It's the framework of the smart Africa. A lot of people in the old mentality and old-fashioned, they are very honest, very true leaders, but somehow they are unwilling to adopt the technology shift and the changes of the world. They still feel that when the people sleep in the fresh air, in the village, where you have natural organic vegetables, and you wake up with the sun and you sleep with the sunsets, that's the life. So this is a mentality of a lot of leaders, and we have to discuss this mentality, that are we going to be the smart country like United Arab Emirates, or we want to keep ourselves as unsmart or not smart country. So I'll give you some indicators that you need to know, that if these indicators are in your country, in your cities, in your countries, or in your continent, you need to think about it, and you have to bring smartness in your country, in each and everything. So I'll show you a few characteristics that if you observe in your country, in your city, so purely you are an unsmart country, and you need to adopt smart technologies and smart city concepts. Yeah. So law and order situation, street crime. When you come out of your home, you don't know that iPhone X Max which you bought will come back with you or not. Your son, your kids, when they go out of the home, will they come safe? You have no guarantee for it. And a lot of others which are on your screen, if you feel that there is a lot of talent, they are really intelligent, but they have no job. So ultimately, they are going to apply for the nationality, which is Australia, Canada, UK, Europe, and the best brain of these countries is going to drain. And these best minds is going to make those countries better, which they are actually having a better living, a better life, a better salary, and a social security structure. So brain drain is one of the most important points that we saw in Africa. Most of the Africans, they move out of Africa because of a lot of problems, and they are doing great jobs in the countries where they settle in. So it's very important for any country to retain the best minds in their own country, so they can deliver the best and best for their own community and selves. We can see a lot of inflation, poverty, child abuse, terrorism, street crimes, women is suffering, they don't have right, they cannot marry by themselves, they have to go through certain rules and regulations, they are not that way independent. Who will decide for them is not them, it's someone else. They will study, they will not study. Is it important for them to study? These questions are still subjective, and you will see a lot of unemployed women in that particular society. So you can feel that what is the issue. Same for divorce, family matters, justice. If all of these are pollutions, your government schools are not good, your universities are not good, so you need to go for a private. If you can't afford for a private tuitions for education, then you have no choice to be uneducated. That's why all underdeveloping countries, they are struggling with an issue of uneducated population, and uneducated population is actually leads to extreme mentality and is creates a problem. Last year in Abu Dhabi, we have a conference, and David Cameron was there, And we were discussing the same issue, that if Europe, UK want to stop migrations from Africa to these countries, they have to build these countries. Africans should feel happy in their own countries. They feel they have a better job, better living, safe life, and a better infrastructure where their mind abilities are being used. That's what this conference is going to make at. How to make Africa smart, better together. Because at one time, you need help for the bigger brothers to brought up the smaller brothers. That's what is the spirit of this. And of course, water, you have dirty water. When people take water, maybe they get infection, they get allergies, they die before their life, maybe 10, 15 years. If you see the average life in Canada, 85, 86 years, some countries 90 years, and the developing countries, average life is not more than 43 years. I have some friends, they cross 43 years and they are ready for a new marriage. So look at the difference, that if you're happy, you're satisfied, your inner energy can boost up lot of great achievements. And if you see all the great leaders, they were never great in the age of 20, 22, 25. They were great when they crossed their maturity ages. So it's very important to have an average life in case these are some issues we need to. If these issues are in your country, then of course we need to focus on them. And these are all the issues of Africa. Same like this is a car which has lot of features. It can close a person with one single window operations. You can track them, you can have their personal details, you can have all their education. So how does it work? Suppose this is what we are going to put in those countries. First we need to regulate a big data concept. If you don't know how many people you have in your country, you don't know the genders, you don't know the population statistics, a planning department cannot work. So if we want to really bring change in a country, we have to start from automation, using artificial intelligence, and collecting the basic information about. So this card, what it does is, it links different departments, different ministries into one connection, one office. For example, now, if I want my educational verification, I have to go to my universities, or I have to go to my Ministry of Education. If I want passport copies, I have to go to the passport office. If I need a national ID, I have to go to the national ID office. If I need to marry, I have to go to a marriage department. And maybe if we calculate our own lives, maybe half of our life is in application, in other stuff, and it's into different things. And of course, this is the symptom of all developing countries. And how UAE handle this is an example. Now, and this is a time to export these services. Because UAE has achieved all this and it's ready to impart knowledge to. So it integrates your health records as well. How, for example, Ministry of Health can diagnose. Today we say that there are a lot of people who are sick, but we don't know is it the true statistics or not. We heard that there are such and such country, they have such and such diseases, they have this much percentage, but are these percentages authentic? This is, we have no idea about it, because until you don't have a proper statistics department who is going to calculate all these things, it's not going to work for that. So the starting point is this, that we should start from integrating from somewhere. and I just display one of a small step one that generally we suggest how to convert an unsmart country into a smart country. And of course, it goes into different fields. You have a smart water salination, you have a smart education, you have a smart health, you have a smart justice system, you have a smart community management system. These all systems we need in order to plug and place to convert a country into a smart country. That's the basic framework I was interested to share with you in terms of smart governance, because you can see Africa has same things which UAE has. They have a desert and they have oil. But if you see, this country has achieved phenomenal, mind-blowing and extraordinary achievements, and same resources, even maybe more, with some other countries, they are unable to deliver. So human capital is really important, leadership is really important, and with all these devices and innovations that we have nowadays, we are achieving a better world. And it's very important, my point, I'm going to close with my point, which I started in the beginning, that if I close my eyes and I feel I'm a better country, and the countries who are not better, they will flow in your country. So we have to develop these countries, otherwise the future of the world, global world, will not be good. Thank you very much